The Cycle Sisters were founded by a woman called Sarah Javid. She was getting back into cycling and couldn't and wanted to find like a more supportive group to join, and she couldn't really find anything. So she established a group for herself, initially as informal with her friends and family, and then found like it took a really incredible uptake, and women in the borough were saying, "Can they join?" So she formalized it and called it Cycle Sisters, and it started with Waltham Forest back in 2016, and ever since it's been incredibly one of the fast award-winning groups that you see today. We are now in 10 boroughs across London, so it's been really remarkable, from Redbridge, which is one of the newest groups since the ease of the lockdown back in 2020, and you have the latest one in Hounslow and Ealing.
Too many people think that cycling isn't for them. A TfL study in 2018 found that almost half of Londoners thought that cycling wasn't for people like them, and that's why we're out today with Cycle Sisters, which is one of those amazing groups in London breaking down those barriers, showing that cycling is for everyone. You know, you can't be too old, you don't have to be a man, you can be of any race and religion, you know, sexuality, gender. It's for everyone, cycling. And so cycling, as we go forward, it's becoming a really good way of transport around London, a really great way of staying active, whether you're doing it recreationally or to commute, and this is one of those really good groups that's showing that it is for everyone.
There's a lot of work to be done to enable more women to actually take up cycling. And Muslim women in particular, they face different barriers than others. They require a supportive group where they don't compromise on their interests or boundaries. But yeah, so Safe Cycle Sisters enable them to take up cycling, from lessons, from social rides, in a very safe environment.
Living in Redbridge or living in Ilford, it feels like you're living in an island sometimes, because you've got the A406 cutting across and the A12 and A13. So you do want to be able to go, across to other boroughs, other places. And I think that'd be really, really helpful to get that infrastructure in place. I think Waltham Forest have had a lot of investment. We'd like to see that in Redbridge.
Often I think what TfL and government does can be, focus on groups that already exist and already cycle, already confident. And so what we're really looking at now is the barriers. We're looking at those people that don't really cycle, and it's a lot about stakeholder engagement, and hopefully those we're going to tease out through this investigation what it is that TfL and the Mayor can do to support those people into cycling.
I think it has gotten better, but we have a long way to go. I think the infrastructure, especially around Redbridge, could improve. We need more support at local level. So Cycle Sisters is a charity organisation, and I'd say 95% of the people who work or support Cycle Sisters are volunteers like myself. We do need support at local level where they can train people up to that beginner's level, because although we do support women, we don't actually teach them how to do the initial, learn how to cycle.
TfL already provides funding for cycling lessons in London. Many councils already offer additional programmes, but how do we make sure that people are accessing that at the right point so it's inclusive to everyone? So it's something that we're trying to tease out through speaking to people like Cycle Sisters. You don't need people like me to tell you what the answer is. We want them to tell us, how can we help the people that come to you with access those lessons?